that we're not any different than they are.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Merrill, and this is our So Let's Be Friends podcast. This is a place where everyone belongs and every story matters. Together, we celebrate our differences, bring awareness to disabilities, and build a more inclusive and supportive world. One conversation at a time, let's open our hearts and listen with kindness.
I like when people ask me about my crutches because they can get to know me, and I like having friends, so let's be friends.
This life is beautiful, and you are wonderful.
And welcome to So Let's Be Friends. I'm Charlotte, and today I'm so excited to welcome a very special guest who has lived on an incredible journey full with resilience, faith, and hope. Our podcast is all about inclusion and acceptance, and hearing real stories that bring us closer as friends and as a community. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I have my mom, Anna, right here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Desiree Scholin. I have a family. I help out everybody.
She does help out everybody. I agree. Can you
Yes.
tell us how old you are and just tell us a little bit more about yourself and about
Who
your
you are and what life has been like growing up with a disability.
How old I am? I'm 63 years old, and my disability, I help out everybody, and I do a lot of art.
And that's how you express yourself is through art, yes?
I crochet and knit, and I show other people how to do crocheting and knitting.
I love that.
Me too. I really love that.
And she actually answered your second question about what are your abilities and something you enjoy doing.
Yeah,
she just barely said that. Yeah. So can you explain to us a little bit more about your disability?
My disability, I was abused.
You were abused?
Yes, I was abused, and so I come a lot of stuff that happened to me when I was a kid.
So it caused some
Specials is like reading and writing and doing some other stuff I can't do.
You struggle with reading and writing?
Yes.
But you have lots of other abilities that are more important that we can focus on, correct? And you talked about
Yes.
Crocheting and your favorites is art.
Crocheting and knitting and all the other art stuff.
I love that.
What was your childhood like for you?
I had a best stepmom, and a lot of people.
What was your childhood like? What happened when you were born? Where did this all start? Where did the beginning of your life begin? What was your
I was born at Canton, Ohio, and that's when my abuse started.
right when you were born, when you were very little?
Yes.
And then you said you were put into foster care is what you told me. Is that
Yes.
correct?
I was put in foster care because my mom wasn't very good to us. So, and then
And is that kind of what caused the disability in the beginning was because of the abuse you said?
yes.
Like what happened?
I was malnourished and locked in closets.
And that caused some traumatic brain injury.
Yes, brain injury, like reading and writing and doing stuff that a lot of people could do.
I'm so sorry that you went through that. But you had other good things in your childhood. We'll get to all that fun stuff too, right?
Yes.
Good.
What are some challenges you have faced as a young adult or now? How did you get through them?
With a lot of help and believing on to yourself and doing better, not going backwards, going forwards.
I like that. It's exactly that's Charlotte's motto. What is your motto that you always say? Forward is
forward no matter the pace.
And that's exactly what Desiree just said. Going forward. Say that again. How did you say that?
Going forward instead of backwards.
Just constantly working on yourself and finding what your abilities are. Even with a
Right.
disability, we all have abilities, right?
Right.
Yes, we all have disabilities.
We all have disabilities, but we all have abilities as well. And I think that's what we need to focus on and adapt, right?
Right.
Yes.
Good.
What does inclusion mean to you?
Inclusion is helping people and understanding what kind of disability we have.
Yeah, having an understanding.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
how you said that. We all have a disability, and then just being inclusive and
Instead of people putting you down, you show them that we're not any different than they are.
yeah, we're all different. That's what makes us all the same because we're all
Right.
different. That's
We
something we
are.
all have in common.
Was there someone in your life who stood up for you and inspired you?
Yes, my stepmom and my dad stuck up for me and showed everybody that might be different, but we could do the same thing but different ways.
I love that. We can do the same thing but different ways.
Right.
That's perfect. Like Charlotte
Yes.
walks, but she walks with crutches. She walks like everyone else does, but in a different way. That's perfectly said. Perfect.
How have you seen the world change for people with disabilities over the years?
People that try to help out more than some people try to help out more, and then some people do not. They frown on us that we should not be in this world.
That breaks my heart hearing you say that. You belong in this world.
Yeah,
And
everybody belongs in this world,
everyone
We
does.
all belong.
no matter if you have a disability or not.
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. And has it changed over the years? Has it gotten better?
It's gotten a lot better. Even the schools has gotten a lot better than when I went to school. Doing a lot better.
What was it like when you went to school?
They labeled us as mentally retarded, and we didn't know anything.
But you do know something.
Yeah, we do know something.
Because you've taught my children all kinds of neat things.
Yes.
Like art and crocheting and
Yeah.
And we've been grateful for Desiree in our life. We're glad she was born. We're glad that she's on
Yes.
this earth. We
We're-
need you.
Thank you.
You're part of our team.
We need everyone that is on the earth right now.
We
Yeah.
do. I agree, Charlotte.
Have you ever had a moment where someone included you in a way that really touched your heart?
Yes, my kids, I helped them out because you don't know if your kid's going to drive or not, so I helped them out to do things that the teachers said that they will amount to nothing and do nothing.
And you've experienced that, right? Because
Right.
you knew how to help them avenue through that.
Right.
And you were telling them, nope, I amounted to something. You can amount to something.
Right.
And you mentioned drive. Do you drive?
I do not drive. I walk everywhere, or I catch the bus or ride a bike. So I taught my kids all those, and it's called street rules. And so instead of driving, you teach your kids different ways to get around town.
I love that. That's creative. That's what Charlotte, see, that's where you're helping us out. That's what we're avenuing right now, because Charlotte's 21 and my other child with cerebral palsy is 16 and my other one's 13. And so we're brand new at this. We, especially in a rural small town, it's difficult to get around.
Yeah. It is.
And so I love that you are teaching us and being that example of how to get around town without having a driver's license. That's hard.
It is hard.
And what did you call it?
Street rules.
Street rules. I like that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What about joining the Special Olympics team? You talked about that. You've told me that before, that was special to you. That
Special Olympics is helping each other on the team, and then I've been in it since I was 9 years old. I help out everybody.
I like that. And now I don't know if she likes it or not, but we call her kind of the grandma of the team. She's 63 years old. She loves that she's one of the oldest on the team, and all the athletes look up to her. What's special? So you've been on our team for several years now.
Yes.
What's special about this team? It's not just Special Olympics. What is it called specifically? It's on your shirt even.
Unified team.
It's a Special Olympics unified team. That means, what does that mean?
The whole, not just special needs children, it's regular children join with us, because it shows them and the parents that we're not any different than they are.
Yeah, it's a unified team. So anybody, even the parents, the typical parents or whatever you want to call them, can join as well. So it kind of catches anyone that falls between the cracks. And I like what you said, that we're no different than each other. So we all get to be on a team together. It's not separated or segregated, right?
Right.
I like that.
Me too.
Thank you for sharing that. And we met her, if you don't mind me sharing, we were coaching basketball in the school gym one day. And we'd been doing for several years, part of the Special Olympics Unified team. My husband and I get to coach the team, and it's special to us. And we have probably 50, 60 people on the team at the time. And all of a sudden, Desiree opens the door and walks into the gym. And do you remember what you said?
I never learned how to play basketball before.
Yep, she came in and she said, I don't know how to play basketball, but I want to be part of a team. And how do you do at basketball now after several years of practicing? And
I play basketball and help everybody else to play too.
She's always helping everybody else. That's so true. But how are you at basketball now after you learned?
Good.
Good. And that's what I think happens a lot of times. We think, well, Charlotte can't walk, so we're never going to teach her to walk because she just can't walk. But when you move forward, forward is forward no matter the pace. Charlotte can walk now. She's upright on crutches, and she's balancing and getting away from her crutches. But guess what? She can play basketball too because she's practiced. And it takes years. It's not as quick as others. Yeah. But that's what Desiree's saying right now is she came at in her mid-50s at the time.
Yes.
And she didn't know how to play basketball at all. But she still learned in her 50s to play basketball. And she's one of the best on our team.
Thank you.
We pass her the ball if we need a point.
Yes.
I love it. It's just neat to see the growth that can come at any age. It doesn't matter. And I just love that motto, forward is forward no matter the pace. We just keep moving forward and learning new things.
Right.
Excellent. Thank you, Desiree.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Has your faith helped you through difficult times?
Yes.
What does faith mean to you?
Faith means to, I don't know what faith is.
That's a tough one, right?
Yes.
Faith is believing in something that you can't see. So when you walked into the gym, you had faith that you could play basketball. You just had to be given the chance.
Right.
But you don't know until you move forward to try it.
Right.
You can't see it. It's not tangible. You can't touch it.
Right.
But you knew you were hopeful and had faith that you could do it.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So what is faith? How has your faith helped you through difficult times? Like having that motto by having faith.
You just help and join in and then they'll help you to play basketball.
Yeah, you trust it. You trust the people that are...
Trust people. Trust the team to help you to learn how to play basketball.
And is that kind of like other things in life?
Yes. Yeah, that's one thing about the life is is you could trust some people, and some people you cannot trust.
And sometimes you have to take a risk and put your faith in people
Right.
that.
You gotta trust some people. And just like you, when you go to the store and you don't understand or whatever, and you can't read something, you have to ask somebody to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to trust them. If they don't want to help, that's all right too.
I love that, how you respect if they don't want to help, that's okay.
Yes.
And then you
okay.
just ask the next person that wants to help.
Right.
So you just keep asking questions till you get what you need.
Right.
Yes.
I like that. And you do it in a nice way that makes people want to be around you and help you.
Right. You have to be really nice. Otherwise, they could be mean too.
I like that. Yes. If you're mean, they're going to be mean. But if you're nice, they're going to be
nice.
They're going to be nice.
Yes.
Yes. Is there a scripture that is special to you?
Yes. What is that?
Love one another.
Love one another and help each other out.
I like that. Love one another and help. I like how you added that after help each other out.
Yes.
Yes. We're supposed to love one another. There's nowhere in there it says only love some people.
No.
Right.
Perfect.
Love everybody.
Yes.
Everybody needs a chance to get loved.
Everybody needs a chance to get loved.
How do you feel God has used your life for good?
I'm here to help everybody out and understand about our disability if they want to understand and they want to listen.
They have to be willing to listen, though, right?
Right. They want to listen and about our disability.
Mm-hmm. And you can teach them.
Right.
And I know you've taught me things about myself because you've been willing to share your disability, that it's made me be okay and feel vulnerable and share my disabilities and my scares in life and the things that I'm not good at.
Right.
And you've allowed me to. I have a good friend that says when you let your light shine, you allow others to shine your light. And by being okay and being vulnerable and sharing your disability and abilities, you're allowing others to be okay with their disabilities and abilities. Yeah. And also letting them figure out what their strengths are. And I think you're just really good at bringing that out in people.
What advice you would give to younger people with special needs?
Don't give up and keep on trying.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Don't give up and keep on trying.
And if they get mad, you give them hugs and give them high fives.
Hugs and high fives.
Yeah.
That's special.
Yes.
And I think your big smile right now is just the best. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
What would you say to families or caregivers who are just starting their journey?
Don't be scared and try. And we don't have a disease or nothing. It's just a lot of, so you have to trust them a little bit to help. So we can help, they can help us, or we can help them.
When you say you don't have a disease, you mean like they're not going to catch something from you?
Right. A lot of people think that if we touch them, they could get the same thing that we have, and that's not true.
I think that's really important to help people understand that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Because that is scary for some people. I know some people, when my kids are walking around with crutches, people will skirt really far around them because they feel like it's easier and safer for maybe them and for everybody.
Right.
But what do you guys really want in situations like that?
To trust us and give us hugs and high fives.
Yeah, and get to know you, right?
Right.
Not just skirt around you and ignore you, but
right.
Yeah. Like Charlotte says, ask me about my crutches, right?
Right.
Yes.
Just ask.
Just ask. It's okay to ask about our
And
disability.
we don't bite.
And
we don't bite.
You don't bite.
Yeah, we don't bite.
We don't bite at all.
You guys are funny. I love it. I I think they're far from bitey. You guys are you're just both of you are the two nicest people I know. I love it.
Oh,
You
thank
just
you.
love people. And I like that you say hug. Because sometimes we just need a hug, all of us.
All of us need hugs, and even regular people they need hugs too, but they don't show it. They like I said that they got one attitude problems.
And attitude problems. But I like how you said that regular people. But what does regular people mean? And I think that's what we're trying to do is raise that.
Regular people is like there's nothing wrong with them
That we can tell.
Typical people.
We could tell, but God didn't make nobody perfect.
Everyone has something in their life, either a challenge, trials, or anything hard.
Yep.
We're all trying to figure it out. We're all working together.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a lot easier if we link arms and work together and not break the link and hide people away, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's where it becomes scary.
Yep.
You're right.
What do you want people to understand about living with a disability?
People need to understand that we could do the same thing that they can, but different ways. I mean, I have people tell me that I do everything backwards, and I said nobody's not perfect. Everybody does their own thing, even if they're backwards or not.
But you get to the same place.
We get to the same place, and we do what we need to do.
Yeah.
I like that. Say that one more time. I like how you said that what you said in the very beginning. I thought that was really powerful.
We're not any different than what we are. They are. It's just that
We do it differently.
we do it differently than anybody else.
Than other people, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's okay to
Yes.
do it differently.
Nobody's not different. Nobody's not the same. So everybody does everything different.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your heart with us. Your story is a light, and I know so many people will be encouraged by it. We believe everyone belongs. Everyone matters. Until next time, so let's be friends.
So let's
Let's
be
be
friends.